The dark clouds of Omicron have cast a shadow over traditional presentation and surrounding events of the forthcoming union budget that's set to be presented on Feb 1st by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. For the second consecutive year since 1947, the voluminous budget documents are unlikely to be printed for mass circulation. Members of Parliament, the media and other stakeholders will only get soft copies of the budget and economic survey documents. The iconic Halwa ceremony will also be downscaled to a bare minimum, as was the case in 2021. Karishma Asudani joining us for more on this. Karishma, how is Omicron impacting the entire budget preparation exercise and its presentation?
Well, right, Abha, this is going to be the new kind of budget, and this kind of was also seen last year in the 2021-2022. While it's a bit early to predict, like sources are hinting that each day there's a new development with the new variant. Though it's early, but it's for sure that this is going to be the second consecutive year that government is going to cut down on printing the mega budget document, which usually has been the traditional norm, with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman carrying it in a Bhai Khata on the day of budget in the morning before she presents it in the parliament. So this is not going to happen, and rather soft copies will be given to MPs. In fact, for public also, it's going to be uploaded on the website, and a budget app, which was also introduced last year, will be taken up. Now, when it comes to the presentation and interactions with the media, there's going to be a press conference post the budget presentation, followed by, of course, a lot of industry interactions, which yet need confirmations on how they'll be held. So while definitely budget is expected to be presented on Feb 1st, 2022, but this surge in the new cases and, of course, likely a third wave nationwide that is being seen will make certain changes and impact on the plans that government had already set in, especially that Finance Minister has now also completed the stakeholder consultations. About 7 to 8 pre-budget stakeholder consultations have been completed last month, where various industry representations, stakeholders, trade bodies, capital market representatives and state finance ministers were part of it.
All right, Karishma, thanks so much for that. Now, automakers reported a mixed set of numbers on the back of high ownership cost and also poor rural sentiment. As per FADA, the vehicle retail sales decreased by 16% in December. The worst hit was the two-wheeler market, which logged in a 20% fall in sales on the back of Omicron fears and poor rural demand. Passenger vehicles continue to face the brunt of semiconductor shortage, with sales falling 11%. On the other hand, commercial vehicle retail was up 14%. According to FADA, with Omicron likely to peak in February, the new term outlook is cautious. My colleague Chetan Bhutani had a word with the FADA president Vinkesh Gulati. Listen.
Now, what is the impact of the Omicron variant you're seeing right now? Because considering the past 4-5 days has been really hectic with respect to the rising cases, what is the plan, and how are you foreseeing the impact?
So thanks, Chetan, for having me in the show. So overall, it's too early to comment on that, because it's just been a week where we have started seeing numbers crossing such high, and practically it's still not affected all states. So UP just came with an order. Uttar Pradesh yesterday, Haryana 2 days back. Delhi and Bombay was obviously the front runners in starting restrictions. So it's still to actually show the effect what will happen. But what we have seen in the last week is, or last 3-4 days, is a reduction in walk-in inquiries. So physical inquiries are going down, but the overall inquiries are same. So people have now again resorted to telecalls and WhatsApp calls and video calls, and on the digital things what we had started post the first lockdown in the April, May last year. So things are going back to those pattern, but overall a negative effect because of Omicron or any Delta variant is still not being seen on the ground, but it's too early to comment on that.